What is the history of skeleton racing? Have you ever wondered how skeleton racing became a thrilling part of the Winter Olympic Games? Let's take a closer look at its fascinating journey. Skeleton racing is a winter sliding sport where athletes ride small sleds down icy tracks while lying face down and headfirst. The sport traces its roots back to the late 19th century in St. Moritz, Switzerland. The Cresta Run, a natural ice track built in 1884, is where it all began. The first recorded headfirst runs took place in 1887. In 1892, a new sled made entirely of steel was introduced, which had a bony appearance. This design is believed to have inspired the name skeleton. Skeleton racing made its Olympic debut in 1920 at the Winter Olympic Games in St. Moritz, where it was contested on the same Cresta Run. It returned for the 1948 Winter Olympics, also held in St. Moritz. However, after these two appearances, skeleton racing was removed from the Olympic program for several decades. Its popularity was limited compared to bobsleigh and luge, mainly because it was confined to St. Moritz and lacked international competition. The sport saw a revival in the early 1970s, thanks to advancements in sled design and the introduction of artificial ice tracks. This allowed skeleton racing to expand beyond its Swiss origins, leading to increased international competition and recognition. Skeleton racing returned to the Winter Olympic Games in 2000 at Salt Lake City, featuring events for both men and women. This marked a significant milestone in the sport's Olympic history. Since then, skeleton has been a regular part of the Winter Games. In 2022, the International Olympic Committee announced a mixed team event for skeleton, set to debut at the 2026 Winter Olympics. Skeleton racing shares similarities with bobsleigh and luge, as they all use ice tracks but differ in sled design and riding position. One of the most notable athletes in this sport is Martins Dukurs from Latvia. He has been a dominant force in the World Cup circuit during the early 21st century and has earned multiple Olympic medals. His achievements highlight the competitive evolution of skeleton racing and its growing global presence within the Olympic movement. Skeleton racing has a rich history that began in St. Moritz, faced a long hiatus, and has since become a well-established sport in the Winter Olympic Games, with increasing events and international participation.